their fabrics, so they don't listen to the yearning
We got 30
aspiration
seconds
of the populace. So thank you. We call on, finally, I call on Africa Development Foundation, ADF. Africa, where are we in the world? If we don't get it right in Nigeria, Africa has no place in the continent of the world. Therefore, Africa, let us rise up. We support South Africa to set it for them. We need their support to get it right in Nigeria. The system must work as it is working in South Africa. The economy must work as it's working in Egypt and also Ghana. I also call on Romania assistance for the development. Roma, Italy, they are the origins of democracy. Look at how our democracy is playing out today. We call all of you to come and ensure that the right thing is being done. Finally, the stakeholder in Nigeria, don't just go for stomach infrastructure. Don't just go for stomach infrastructure. Those senators and also governors that are throwing their weight on what I call fraud, electoral fraud, worrying about celebrating with Tinubu, I call on you, Wike, please, disease from
comrade.
that. Posterity will not judge you. Well, thank you, and God bless us. We will reclaim our mandate. Thank you.
Thank you, comrade. Thank you. In the words of Nelson Mandela to Nigeria, it was Nelson Mandela that said, Nigerians, let's remind you that the theft of an election is not only a theft on the attack of the people's right, to not to vote, but is the attack on their dignity and their humanity. And that's what you have capsulated today, reminding all the international bodies that are there, to understand that it has to do with our humanity. So what's the infringement of what was done in 2023? Mandela from Great Beyond is reminding Nigeria that we should remember that it will not only cause an apathy of people not coming out to vote, but is this stealing away of our humanity. And so on that note, I'd like to call on Omawe Olatunde to take the mic and address and take his protest right now appropriately.
Good day, everyone. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon to you from wherever you are listening to us from and joining this protest. I would like to begin by telling each and every one of us that we should please go to the YouTube page and like the live stream that we've done. It's important to also share on all other social media platforms. I've gone there, I've watched them, and I've done that. That being said, I want to call on each and every one of us that tomorrow, May 1st, it's time we need to join hands together. I asked on a post I made on Facebook, and I said, where is ethnicity? When election is around the corner, they start using ethnicity and religion to divide us. The politicians use this to their advantage. And we are some of us to their ends, leave us out in the cold. Right now, for now, NLC Eagle Square, but because this election government, okay, can you hear me now? Because
yes,
this was totally different from the ones the government in powers have been enjoying. So it didn't go the way they wanted it. The people had power, and NLC joined the people, the masses this time around. And I think that got to the government. and the permission they gave to them to use the Eagle Square was taken away. And because of the noise on social media and the attack, and now coming back to say that NLC can use it. This is to let us know that our voice is being heard. Our protest is being watched. The sincere truth is they themselves, they know that the time that we are in is totally different from whatsoever it is they've been enjoying in the past. And I want to call on us that we should not be tired. Tomorrow, let's come out in our large numbers. Let's join the NLC and all other CSO to make sure that we hear our views and we speak out, we voice out our anger towards the selection that was done on the 25th of February 2023. It's important that we'll come out in our large number and peacefully let the whole world see that different from what some paid media houses were carrying on social media platform and other platform outside Nigeria, saying that when the president-elect came into Nigeria, Nigerians came out in mass to welcome him at the airport. We need to let them know that it's not true. The majority of Nigerians did not vote for him. He constitutionally did not win the election. And the election is being challenged. And we are going to hold each and every stakeholder accountable. We also want to speak. I want to again speak to the judges that they should remember that posterity will not forget. Karma will always speak. The person that was selected to be the president-elect of Nigeria is not the will of the people. And as the court proceeding is going to start, I want them to do this with the fear of God, because we are going to be putting pressure on them from day one to the last day of the court proceeding. And I hope that by God's grace, like the returning officer, the woman who did the right thing, I believe in Imo. I believe the judges and the lawyers are going to do the right thing. Again, please, I want to call on each and every one of us. Tomorrow is very important. We need to come out en masse and make our voice heard. Thank you, and God bless Nigeria.
Thank you. Thank you, comrade. Ndidi, take it away from there.
Good evening, everyone. Dr. Mo, my respect. Maureen, I can see you. Nice hair. Victoria, Comrade Austin, all of you. Thank you very much for coming out again tonight to protest. I am actually, I remember saying to you, Dr. Mo, that you don't want to be on my path tonight when I'm protesting, so that you won't become my own topic, and Maureen as well. Because right now, I am actually boiling. The reason I'm boiling is that I go out every day here in the United States, and I find every reason why I should be shouting and getting very, very angry. Because this is a society where things work. You're walking the streets, you see things, you see lights, you see proper organization. People are doing things the right way, you know, and these guys are not even as close to being as smart as we are. But things are working here. You know, it breaks my heart when I come out and I see that a country where we have lots and lots of potentials, young people all over the place, not just ordinary young people, but clever ones at that. You know, before you, in a country where once anything happens, you start seeing everything on, people sing about it, they dance about it, they speak, they're all over the place. And these are all Nigerians. Before you know it, we're already composing music, poems, and all sorts. This is the country where we actually belong to. And this is a country where these people actually want to take over and ruin. It makes me very, very angry. Wherever you are in the world, Nigerians are top. We are our children are on top of, I mean, I don't even know what else. It's just so frustrating. It's frustrating for me because it's not like we can't do it, because one-on-one, we are better. So why do we have all this leadership? The leadership that is actually running us down, running Nigeria aground. Why? Why is it? I mean, what kind of sabotage is that? Why are we self-destructing? Why are we shooting ourselves on our foot? What is it that is so bad that we are self-harming? Because that's what we're doing. Why are we actually harming ourselves? Why do we think, what is it in our psyche that made us think that we're not good enough for ourselves and we sabotage whatever we have that is good? Why? Honestly, you know, we have Nigeria is even a very, very young population, because we don't even, our life expectancy is quite low, 52 to 54. Yet, we have all these crooks at the tail end of their lives, destroying our economy, destroying all these things that God has given us. We have a placid Atlantic Ocean around us. We don't even have all the tsunamis. We don't have earthquakes. We don't have any of those natural disasters around us. People living inside the Atlantic Ocean in Lagos and around Lagos. We have all these things surrounding us, and we don't need to do anything. Yet these people have decided to have their knees on our necks and to make sure that we don't enjoy our God-given right. It's not going to work. It's not going to, because right now, as angry as I am, and I'm sure many of us are like that, we'll continue to fight. We'll continue to fight these people, these monsters that have decided that we're not going to have peace. You are not going to have peace as well, I'm telling you now. We will be there. If you're not sleeping, we're not sleeping as well. We will stay awake. We will keep talking. We'll keep fighting you wherever. Air, land, and sea will be there. Wherever you are on this planet, as long as you're on this planet Earth, we'll find you. We'll keep fighting you. It's no longer business as usual. I mean, last year, 2 years ago, 5 years ago, we didn't have people coming out and speaking out their truth about what is going on. So you really, really need to be afraid wherever you are, because it's no longer business as usual. Ndidi is now part of this thing, and it's not going to. I'm going to do whatever I need to do to be sure that this, whatever we need to do in this country, that we're doing it as long as I live. This is what I'm promising people, because we cannot continue like this. We've been praying, we've prayed so hard. This is now the time for action, because when you keep praying without action, then there is no point. It becomes useless. God has given us all the power. He has given us all the gifts, everything that we have. We need to use everything we have now. This is the time. So I am calling on each and every one of you, especially you youths, to come out Fight for your life. Just come out and fight. Tomorrow is 1st of May. Come out, go out there and shout on top of your lungs, every one of you. Don't leave it for someone else to do for you, because you are disenfranchised as well. So you need to come out and say, come out and speak your truth. I am so angry. Forget about me smiling. This is not on. I think we need to all come out and do this and do it together. It's no longer business as usual, and we continue to do this until people start listening to us. No backing down. No backing down. Thank you very much.
Absolutely. Backing down has already taken a leave. Maureen, bring it down, bring it home.
Good evening, everyone. Yes, we are here again to talk about, to vent our anger about the things that are going wrong in our country. When I'm asked to talk about Nigeria, there's so many things to talk about. So many things that have gone wrong that we need to fix. So many wrong things that our leaders are doing. So many wrong things that we have been forced to keep quiet about. But we refuse to keep quiet this time around. They have toyed with us for too long. They have toyed with our respect for too long. They don't deserve it any longer. Power belongs to the people. Power belongs to us. So they should show us the respect that we need. They should give us our mandate. We don't care if Agbado won election. Prove to us that he actually won, and we'll keep quiet. But so far as they are unable to prove it, that he actually won the election, how do you expect us to keep quiet? When millions of Nigerians troop out to vote for their preferred candidate because of the sufferings that we have been through, they finally thought that this time around things were going to change. All of a sudden, we were robbed. We want these evil perpetrators to be arrested, who have suffered too much. Nigeria is a blessed country. Things work according to have been one of the top richest countries in the world. But up to today, we are still underdeveloped country. The giant of Africa has become like an ant that other countries, smaller countries, trampled on. We say no to injustice. We say no to corruption. We say no to criminality. This vampire have sucked the blood of innocent Nigerians for too long. It is time for them to pay, to account for every bad deed that they have done in this country. They say the judiciary is the last hope for a common man. But they have not yet shown us the hope that we have in them. Something happened yesterday. I was on transit and we got to a checkpoint. So the police, they were doing their normal ritual, collecting their 100 naira. So one of the motorists was like, they should allow him to pass. It's not a commercial a driver and all that. The police officer said you can go to court. Just imagine that. We don't rule a law in our country any longer, judiciary, because even the people, the law enforcement officer who are supposed to even, guide the rule and law are now making joke of the judiciary. He was proud. He was, with a nonchalant attitude to tell the guy that he should go to court. That was what Professor Mahmoud said when Nigeria voiced out that elections were rigged, that their preferred candidate was not announced. He said, go to court. He said the examples and others are following. Yes, we've gone to court. So I speak to you, the judiciary. They directed us to you that we should go to court. We are in court. Do the needful. Reclaim the respect that people having on you. Reclaim that hope. Let's reclaim our hope, our strength, our riches in Nigeria. Let's reclaim it all. It's never too late. That is why we are out. Because if we relax the way others are relaxing, as if nothing happened, if we accept this, then there won't be no Nigeria. The few of us that still have hope in Nigeria will refuse to say everything is right. Nothing is right. And we'll stand our ground. Until the right thing is done, we're not going to keep quiet. These people have joked with us for too long. Other countries have looked upon us for too long. We deserve our respect, and we are going to reclaim that together with our mandate. Who is Agbado that he should bring to us and force it on us to accept? For what? If he was voted in, show us proof that he was voted in. It is disheartening that the leaders who are supposed to show us example for us to follow, they are the ones misleading us. We are wise now. We have been fooled for so many years. Now we are wise. And we refuse to accept any nonsense. So I'm calling other Nigerians that, they don't show so much concern. Whatever that has been keeping you aside, whatever that has been shutting you up to speak the truth, you have to keep that aside, because if there's no country, there won't be any business, there won't be any church, there won't be any religion, no nothing. First of all, we have to fight for our country because every other thing follows. So this is the time to come out. Join us in this fight. It is obvious, and we are going to prove it with us. So I don't relent, don't give up, don't be discouraged. No matter what distractions that they may throw at you, don't be discouraged. Remain focused, because right now that is what they are doing, bringing distraction from one left and right. But let's remain focused, because the future is brighter than now. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Maureen. Thank you for bringing it down home. Gospel, are you there? Gospel, are you there? Okay, maybe your network is.
I'm here.
Oh, you are clear. Gospel, go ahead and protest. Go ahead and send your protest out.
It's we've been venting in our nooks and crannies, and we've been airing our voice here and there. And some of us are deep within, we know that we are volcanoes, and if we erupt, it will actually disrupt the entire issue. And what we truly could have opted for would be an anarchy, because an anarchy has already been set on motion by the leader and the voice of the anarchical system of government, who is Professor Mahmoud, who has set the ball rolling. And for us, every of our protests and our reaction will be calling this anarchy to order. So we are actually not disrupting the system. We are rather seeking to put the system in place, because this is madness. This is insane. This is impunity of the highest order, and the actions and the speech and the comments that Professor Mahmoud took on the 1st of March at about 4 a.m. to declare someone who was in Nigerian's voice could be compared to the evil of tyrants and dictators like Adolf Hitler. And so, what Nigerians have been so civil, we have found ourselves in a society where everybody, for the fear of the unknown, have been trying their best to be silent. But I want you to know that Nigerians are boiling, and Nigerians are just looking for the particular few who will start up this thing. But first of all, for the much that we've been trying to maintain the system, I think all our energy should be to focus on the judiciary. I've been trying on the ground to see the much that we could do to see how, and talk with certain organization, international organization, to see if we truly could have a public proceedings, so that when these judges appear in court, the proceedings will be captured live. Now let's see, because with what is presented and the fact and everything, it will be suicidal for the court to upturn and to downplay the prayers of the Labour Party, who have presented the truths. We have worked behind. For me, as a young Nigerian who is so concerned about what is happening, I think our voice should be heard. Nigeria cannot continue in this evil path. Each day that I happen, even at random, to take the statistics of the number of graduates that we are churning out by the day into a system that is not working, I'm just seeing an impending crisis that will possibly be more than that of the ancient Somalia and the days of crisis in Rwanda and all of that. And then we just had ourselves an opportunity to organize our society, and yet these people will refuse that we should continue in this evil path. I don't think any right-thinking Nigeria, we should be willing enough to put our lives on the line, because every of our action to protest against this thing, like I said, is an effort to correct the abnormalities. So I'm trying to envisage what May 1st is going to be like. I don't know how the message is going to be sent around every labor group, every organization that are coming up, even if it's going to be so peaceful, but we should speak out. We should take advantage of this mass crowd that is coming out in an holiday of this sort to actually say what happened on the 25th of May was evil, and we cannot have our eyes open to see ourselves being drowned into this sort of thing. And so I've been talking to my groups, talking to people all around me. We're airing and see what possibly could be done. But I like meeting of this sort, and I just pray after this meeting we'll be able to make it go viral. Let Nigeria wake up. Let Nigerian youth speak out. Let Nigerian youth come out from this doldrum of captivity that has held us in this bondage this way. Nigeria is we are in a system where you have a lot of young, vibrant, productive young youth who have capacity to make Nigeria to be considered as the first 15th developed society in the world. And these things are visible and attainable and can be realized. And a particular few people who have been involved in evils of all sorts drug addicts, those people who have held certain state and society and have converted, have killed their democracy and have made it to become a center of despondency for 24 years, Lagos, a particular hegemon and a particular food, what how do I call them? Feudal lords. They are just feudalistic, held that state under the guise lying that they are developing it, whereas they are making the entire society a cash cow. And one single individual who does not know much, who does not invented anything, is as rich as the country itself. And our eyes are open, and we are working on this. And within a short period of time, we are considering setting a precedent for people who have such background. I wonder what the destiny of Nigeria will be. Recently, what you'll be hearing in every corner and what you'll be hearing in the mouth of young people is who education help. You understand? Who education help. And they are saying that because the leaders that you are having drug addicts, you're having bandits who are becoming leaders and all of that. The precedent that you are setting for the next generation is that it doesn't matter if you are a criminal, it doesn't matter who you are, you can still ascend to that pinnacle. And this is disastrous because they are eroding our values, our culture, and this is what we are seeing going down the drain. Soon, people will be going down the street, killing, maiming. It will become the norm. And then would have already gone back to over 600 years behind into the Hobbesian system of government, where we will have life that will be short, brutish, and nasty. This is the precedent that anyone that is silent is in support of what's happening. Like in the popular words of this man you people call Wole Soyinka, that said, the man died who is silent in the face of, who is in the face of tyranny. But funny enough, the irony is that even such persons are losing to point figures. You say what?
You have 30 seconds.
Okay, thank you very much. And so Nigerians, this should go all around. Nigerians should be educated. It is time to lay hold of our destiny. It is time to react. Nobody should be silent. Speak in every of your corner. Let's have a society that works again. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you, comrade. You've laid down a lot of things tonight, and you are appreciated for that. Victoria, everybody, please take your protest right away.
Yes, so I'm angry again. I've come out again to speak because I don't want my children to be drug addicts. Because I could see Nigeria are trying, or our bad government are trying to give a drug addict to be our president, which I don't want my children to be drug addicts. I'm protesting tonight because our president has failed to do the right thing, even if when he see that he's going. We have been calling upon him to do the right thing so he can step out, at least leave this good name. See what happened some years back in Kaduna when these headsmen entered, killed villagers. They killed them and they were caught. After cutting, the governor of Kaduna, for his own settlement, he now paid the Fulani headsmen that they should go. That is how he wants to settle them. That he wants the fight to stop for paying them to stop killing. Whereas the people they kill, the people they injure, the people that lost their house, up to today, there is nothing that I've said about them. And this thing continue. Nigerians, government are aware of it. The president is aware of it. El-Rufai is aware of it. Nothing has been done. We want corruption to stop in Nigeria. We want a place where we will sleep with two eyes closed. We want a better Nigeria. We want this Nigeria that they call a giant of Africa to be free of corruption, free of killing. We will not stop this protest until we get our mandate back. Many people look as if we have nothing doing. We are burning data. But I agree to burn my data. Let me do what I'm supposed to do. And if the right thing do not do, I know I have done my own part, and that is why I will continue protesting. Come tomorrow, by the grace of God, I am out of the street to protest. We want a better Nigeria. Thank you.
Excellently and spot on. We'll be out tomorrow to ensure we'll be out tomorrow from 7 a.m. in the morning from the Labor House. We're going to march all the way to the Eagle Square, and then we'll be back here again tomorrow by 8 a.m. to 9 a.m. as always. We just have 3 minutes to go before Comrade Austin will give us a closing remark before we go from here. If you can hear me, Dr. B.L. Dixon, just take 2 minutes and speak and give us some progress from wherever you are. Dr. B.L.
Thank you very much, my brother. Thank you for everything you're doing. I give thanks to people like Ndidi and the rest. I've been listening to her since last week, and I know the spirit with which you speak and the confidence that Nigeria will be better. There are so many of you, like the likes of Ndidi, that I don't know their name. I would have mentioned your names. But I want to tell you that your labor of love will never be forgotten. Posterity will always remember every little seed that you've sown to make Nigeria of tomorrow a reality. I believe that a time has come when the masses will hit the street and the impact will be felt even in some centuries to come. My prayer, my desire, my protest, my cry, my voice is that Nigeria should get it right this time around, and it is now or never. And it is very paramount that if Nigeria does not get it right, every other country, all the 54 African countries may likely not get it right. Because if we understand the position of Nigeria in the time space, and in the leadership space, in the economic empowerment, and in the global system of this time, if we know what time it is, we will do everything within our power to make sure that Nigeria and Nigerians got it right. I travel all the way from the Plateau State here. I am going to be physically present by the grace of God tomorrow, because sometimes silence is a conspiracy. Silence is a support to injustice. Silence is yes to violence. Silence is yes, is saying yes to wrong people. Silence is an encouragement to those who says that this country will be in their pocket and they will never run dry as far as the bank account is concerned. How could it be that the microscopic few that are paid, are used as puppets who control the millions, hundreds of millions of Nigerians? How could it be? How would it sound that tomorrow you wake up and all you could see is the children that's been raised by the Bala Blues? How would you feel that your child does not even understand the true picture of leadership and will claim that they are the leaders of tomorrow? How will the future of our children look like? Yes, everybody is talking about the judiciary. Everything rises and falls on leadership. If we have wrong leadership, we'll never have a good judiciary that can render justice and fairness and equity and morality. Everything that is rotten in this country is because there's been laxity. There's been childishness and nonchalant attitude towards what is right. I wrote an article about the major minoriarism and the minor majoriarism. We are suffering from a disease that is called misplacement of essential priorities. We emphasize, we pay so much, spend so much on what is not important and pay no attention and spend almost nothing on the most essential things. Religion has become has been politicized, and our families are suffering the impact. And everything these old crooks do ends up on the young masses, the innocents, the potential ones who have the capacity to drive the economy of this nation. While China teaches their children technical operations, we are here basking in the euphoria of religion that can never pay us, that can never set the nation in motion. We are raising a people that are struggling to be both correct and current in the affairs of nations, while other people are busy trampling on these struggling young people who constitute more than 75% of the population. Oh, I cried and I wrote on the lamentation of a nation. How can a nation be transformed and repositioned when there are no people who have ideas? Like my mentor always says, Professor Lumumba, that the tragedy of a gigantic proportion that has hit our country is that those who have ideas are not in the place of rulership or leadership, and those who lack ideas find themselves occupying positions in government. A time has come that the streets will know our voices and will understand the dictate of our steps. The time has come that every pulse on the street should know the complexions and the content of our character and the sound of our breath. And this is the time. And I pray that the universe will speak and watch over us, and there will be no harm that will befall us. Thank you, all of you that are piloting the affairs of this revolution. Peaceful revolution. We know that posterity will never forget you, and we will stand side by side with you. And we ask that the wisdom from the Most High will be given to all of you who are leading us in this movement, and there will be nothing wanting. God bless.
Whoa. Word from the one and only. What a protest for the one and only B.L. Dixon, PhD himself. Thank you for gracing our online protests, and thank you for availing yourself to be around tomorrow. I cannot wait to clench my hand with you and march the street of Abuja in demanding and standing and requesting for our mandate tomorrow. Thank you. Comrade Austin, you got to take 60 seconds to give us a closing remark on this before we go in preparation for tomorrow. Comrade Austin.
Good evening, Dr. Moore. I want to appreciate you once again for sticking your head up.
We can't hear you, sir. You may need to check your mic. We can't hear you.
Oh, sorry. I apologize, please. Yeah, Dr. Moore, I want to say thank you to you for sticking your head up in this movement. I want to thank everyone on board this this movement. I just feel I should let my voice to be heard tonight again, not because I just want to talk, but I feel this sense of pride in me each day like this. I come on this platform to to invest my data and my time, in ventilating how I feel. It's an honor once again. I don't want to say much because Dr. Dixon has actually said it all. I just want to say, Dr. Moore, that by the grace of God, we are ready, and we will be out tomorrow to dig it out. Thank you.
Thank you. Spot on, comrade. Thank you. Thank you, everyone, for being here. Again, let me make the announcement clear. For all the leaders of the Free Nigeria movement, you are expected to be out tomorrow at the Labour House. we will be able to just do as our custom is and as our cultures are. You know, we're going to have our placard being carried up, and then we're going to march from there. Azenda, I want you to call me the moment we're done with this protest, online protest. I'm going to reach out to some of our team members so we can all get ready. But for those who are watching home and abroad, support those who need to come out, mobilize the people to come out tomorrow, and let them join the Labor NLC, and it's a coalition of all the fronts of the civil society organization. So, but it's been led by the Labor Union tomorrow. We're joining them. I'm going to be there. Our leaders will be there. We're going to hold the placard up. It's a collage of all of us coming out tomorrow, which is something we're also going to continue. I'll be back here. We'll be back here because we're going to sustain the online protest because we've seen the effect and the influence it's creating. We had the meeting today, and they were so happy. They're happy with every one of us here. They're so encouraged. It is on the shoulder of what we have done that they are joining tomorrow to ensure that they carry out whatever is going to happen tomorrow, to continue to hold leadership accountable. And it's beautiful. They send their regards, and tomorrow, let's join up tomorrow from 7 a.m. We're going to be out there in the Labor House in Central Area, CBD, Abuja, and then we're going to take our walk and our march all the way to the Eagle Square tomorrow. Let's come out dressed in black, dressed in labor, dressed in a costume, to cry, to pray, to shout, to yell out, and to hold accountable until Nigeria is free indeed of corruption, of baggages, of all the things, of oppressors, and all the people who want to ensure that we're not free. Because if we're not free, we cannot fly. Only the free can fly. We need to be free, you know, like the bird. We need to be free like the plane so that we can fly and so high. We need to be free of every baggage in this country. We need to be free. We need to free our education. We need to free our health system. We need to free our democracy. We need to free everything that is suppressing us and keeping us down. And so tomorrow, let's come out and ensure and bring freedom to Nigeria, because guess what? Freedom will never be given. It has to be taken. As you are speaking, it is part of the process of taking back our freedom. As we come out to march, it is part of the process of engaging government and governance to take back our freedom. This is what this all is about. It's about freedom. It's about freeing Nigeria to take its place in the Committee of Nations, take its place where we can have light, we can have education, we can have good roads, we can have good leaders, we can have everything that we're demanding for. We can have equity, justice, fairness, love, endurance, hard work, everything that we're asking for. Not yahoo, not fakeness, not scam, not every of those things that suppress us. Because freedom cometh by struggle. Freedom come by struggle, by struggle, freedom come. Freedom cometh by struggle, freedom come by struggle, freedom cometh by struggle, freedom come by struggle, freedom come. Take your position, put your hand on your chest, and let's say the national pledge together. Let's pledge to our nation, Nigeria, after the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. I pledge to Nigeria,
my country.
Be faithful, loyal,
and
serve Nigeria with all
love my strength.
honor and
Glory.
glory. For those who can make it, see you by 7 a.m. and see the rest of you by 8 p.m. tomorrow. God bless you and have a good night.
Yeah.
Thank you. God bless you. God bless you.
Thank you. Fortune, see you.
All right.
Can see you here.
Good night, everybody.
Auntie Didi.
Yes.
Let's be talking, though. This one that America is treating you like suspect.
Indy, we'll meet you tomorrow.
Oh my God, I'm crying, I'm really going to miss all of you tomorrow, but I'll be there in spirit. If anyone is going to take my video will be there. I'll call and I'll be standing with you guys with my video.
It's all right. It's
and
all
I'll
right.
be shouting the same thing as you, all of you.
So, I'm happy today. Two of my brothers are in the house.
Yeah.
Kambai and Kenneth, a boy.